Ay, hello! Kamusta? Welcome ulit sa ating room 206. Casual lang tayo, makain ng barbecue. Nagutom. Today, we're talking about finished,
Not perfect.
not perfect. Yan, magandang usapan to kasi I've encountered a lot of creatives, whether artists or writers. Parang for some reason, dumadami ngayon yung nag-a-analysis paralysis, di ba? Tsaka yung, ang tagal bago na matapos yung project nila. I know there's a lot of passion that you pour into it, pero there's a borderline between passion and professionalism. So let's talk about
Last time na pag-usapan natin yung starting somewhere, starting late. So, ngayon, how do you finish through what you started?
Segue na. We started with starting,
Mm.
now we're finishing. Ito na po yung last episode natin.
Marami tayong ningas kugon yung ang dami natin sinisimulan. Ang daling simulan. Hindi pala, minsan pala mahirap din simulan. Pero pag sinimulan mo kasi, paano mo papanindigan? Siguro ang example dito kasi since we're talking about sa creative processes, o paano mo i-finish isang project mo. For example, paano ka makakapagbuo ng isang nobela. Yung mga ganun tanong. Ano ba yung finished not perfect?
Finished not perfect means yung project na ginagawa mo, come in terms with it, na meron kang defined endpoint, may defined deadline ka, and when you reach that point, you learn to let it go.
Let it go.
Sige mo yan. Maganda yung tinuro sa atin ni Doc Luis Gatmaitan when we had a workshop with him before na. When he wrote a story, like for example, yung San Docenang Sapatos, he said na it was not really the most perfect among all the stories that he created. Pero once he finished it and published it, nilet go na niya na that's done. That's done deal na yan. Diba? And it took a life on its own. And dun mo makikita din yung beauty ng gawa ko na in the middle of its imperfection, it evolves into something different.
Right.
Diba? Kasi dun makikita na may buhay yung story. Nag-evolve siya ng pusa niya. And you don't have to take full control over how it evolves and how it comes out to the public. So the point is, when you're working on a title, where you're working on a project, an artwork, finish it with all its imperfections.
Sa aming editing process in our publishing company, parati mo sinasabi to sa mga creatives kasi I think yun yung weakness ng mga creatives natin, including me. Parang you want to perfect things to the point na hindi ka umuusad kasi gusto mo paulit-ulit ka dun sa process, pabalik-balik ka. Sa totoo lang, wala naman perfect sa mundo.
Oo.
Ito nga, may joke kami sa editorial, even before pa sa mga ibang editorial jobs ko. Yung alam mo yung 3 beses na nag-go through proofreading yung isang libro. Tapos pag pinablish na siya,
May mali ba?
may typo pa rin. Parang ano ba yan? Saan ang galing yan? Parang minumulto ka ng inedit mo. So may joke kami na it happens. And it can never be perfect. So the goal is not to be perfect.
The goal is to finish.
To finish.
Yeah.
Another thing also na goal natin, why you keep telling the creatives to finish it, I have nothing to edit if you have nothing on your paper. Hindi natin mapoprocess kung invisible. Blank page siya. So, ilatag mo muna lahat, tapos saka mo siya i-refine. Pag nilatag mo na, kasi kung nasa utak mo lang yan, hindi yan mata-transfer or may ko-communicate to anyone else. So, ilatag mo muna sa papel. Ganun.
And more often than not, na-encounter ko din with dealing with artists naman and working with them on a project is yung mindset na perfectionist kasi ako so I want it perfect. Tapos you end up focusing on things and you're spending a lot of hours on areas of your content na, to be honest, hindi naman critical for the story to progress, for even the image of the story. It's all about allocating your energy in the right area. Para ka cellphone marami kang app na naka-install sa'yo making you work. Pero kung may mga trash app ka that's running, that's gonna drain your battery, diba? On the background. So the point is you maximize the energy that you have and focus on the areas na dapat mas pagtuunan ng pansin.
Para pa lang yan yung mga, minsan may mga napapanood tayong sobrang eye candy ng animation. Pero ang daming loopholes ng story. So, hindi balanced yung focus ng attention, ng effort. Sayang.
So, ganun. Parang sayang, ang ganda sana. Kaso, this is not something na uulitin kong panoorin ulit. Diba? Or, Yung libro na, ang ganda ng images, ang ganda ng visuals, pero tatambay lang to sa bookshelf ko. Kasi hindi ko naman to babasahin ulit, or pangalawa, hindi ko to gagamitin as reference for anything. So, it's important na you allocate your energy on the right areas, hindi yung gagamitin mo lang na dahilan na perfectionist kasi ako. And a lot of people throw that around as a term na parang, kaya hindi ko mabitawan kasi perfectionist ako eh. But to be honest, you're not even perfect eh. Baka more than not, it's a childhood trauma that you have to deal with, not being perfectionist. So, learn to let go. Learn to let go. Work on it and finish it. Give it to your editor and trust your editor to pinpoint the areas that you need to focus your energy on.
Another such example pala of yun nga, finished not perfect. Sometimes kasi we perfect too much. It's not equal to the compensation we're getting. So, limawa, meron kami kaibigan na portrait artist. So, he spent 20 hours perfecting the portrait of yung nag-commission sa kanya. Sabi ko, how much are you paid? 300, 500. So, parang sabi ko, check mo if yung 20 hours na yun, is it worth only your 500 pesos? Is it, ano mo yung min-max na principle sa engineering? Kunwari engineering din ako, charot.
Graduate yan.
Sige nga, sabi nga yung min-max. Ayoko mag-feeling.
Okay, so in IE, we have this concept called min-max. So, min-max means minimum effort with maximum output. So, ano yung process that you don't have to spend too much effort and you still get better results? Minsan kailangan mo evaluate yung process mo eh. Kagaya na sinabi ni Faye sa example niya na portrait artist siya. 20 hours for 500 pesos. So kung kukumputin mo yun, ang liit nung per hour mo, di ba?
Pero I think it's good for a start. Pero don't stay there, di ba? Yung...
Yeah.
Hindi
rin eh.
Along the way, as you gain your expertise and tenureship, lumiliit yung oras mo sa paggawa ng bagay na yan because you become more expert and then you charge higher.
Oo.
So, ganun.
Yeah, siguro,
It's
okay.
a good start.
It's a good start, pero even if, I think it's still not a good start. Parang kung 500 for 20 hours, it's a huge waste of time. Again, aside from putting value on the energy that you're exerting on a certain project or a certain piece, value mo din yung oras mo, di ba? I mean, kaya ka nga nagtatrabaho, di ba? Kaya ka nga you're working in a company, they're paying you your value per hour. So, as an artist, wag mong i-devaluate yung sarili mo. If a project, let's say for example, yun nga, may nagpa-portrait sa'yo and 500 yung budget niya, do you think working on it for 20 hours is putting value on you, di ba? As an artist? If anything, hindi. Siguro, so, kagaya na sinasabi ni Faye na you start somewhere, okay, you start somewhere, 500, pero wag mo paabutin ng 20 hours. Siguro, 8, 6, di ba? And then, as you grow, as you develop your skill, you become faster kasi mas na-memorize mo na yung mga lighting, yung angle, yung dynamics. So, you become faster. Even if you charge the same thing because you're faster, you're earning more at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Diba?
Actually, tama ka. Kasi coming then from a video editing perspective before, you have to work smart. Na hindi wasted yung 20 hours yun for just this small amount. So, you can have the same output na maganda, but working smart means you shorten the process.
Yes. Work
Paano
smart.
yun, di ba?
Yeah, work smart. Yung magandang question, paano mo gagawin yun? So, identify mo mga areas na hindi nag-a-add ng value dun sa process mo. Let's say, for example, revision. 10 beses ka mag-revise. Does that add value? Or is it just feeding your own okism?
Okism.
Word for the day, okism. Does it add value? Kung hindi siya nag-a-add value, huwag mo nang gawin.
Min-max.
Diba? Min-max nga. So, identify mo ano yung mga actions or tasks na hindi nagdadagdag. Pag sinabi nag-a-add value, nagpapataas ba yun ng presyo ng gawa mo? Ganun kasimple. Kung hindi yan nagpapataas ng presyo ng ginagawa mo, then don't. Remove it from your process. So, kung lalagyan mo ba ng glitters yung gawa mo.
Pero printed naman siya.
Oo.
minsan niya sa akin may tip yan minsan. Kasi nag-add ng texture.
Di ba? Mga ganun. So, ngayon, ang question niya is, does that add value? Meaning, pag dinagdag mo ba yung ganong effect, ganong hanash, yung 500 mo ba, magagawa mong 600 siya. Pwede mo ba itaas na 700? Kasi if it allows you to increase the price, then yes, it adds value. Okay na i-add yung process na yun. Ngayon, if it does not add value to your work, then don't add it. Don't overdo it. Kasi sometimes overdoing it actually kills it. Again, finished, not perfect.
Sometimes there's that fear, no? Fear ang nangunguna dun sa perfectionism. Fear of rejection, I think. Kasi I was there 3,000 years ago. Nah, just kidding. When we started, no? When we were a young warthog. For example nga when we started doing comics. I've been doing illustrations, children's illustrations for curriculums before, no? Pero weird, no? Hindi buo yung puso ko when we signed the contract in making Mai Comics. Nakakatawa. Pero sige, go. Parang ganun. With the skill set that I have, with fear and trembling.
Wag biblical.
Sabi ko, sige, push natin to. Yung kailangan kong i-proportion yung normal na itsura ng proportioning ng tao. Kasi usually, I do nga for children, so mas malaki yung ulo. And this time, I'm shifting for comics, teens. So, it's a stretch. No? So, may fear and trembling ako with making both Mai and Incognito. Na ma-justify ko ba yung story with the skill set that I have in drawing.
Oo. And not just the skill set, the materials. Kasi nung time na yun, I remember, yung materials mo were like student grade, tama ba ako?
Tsaka wala akong pambili ng mga professional grade. Kahit naman hanggang ngayon, minsan wala akong pambili. Kaya digital na lang kayo.
You work with what you have, diba? Work with what's in your hands, work with what's in front of you, and make the most out of it. Ang ganda nga, I always remember, and I always tell it kay Faden na one of my mentors in shooting.
As in shooting?
Si Kuya Doy, I want to honor him on this one. Siya yung nagsabi sa akin na wala sa pana yan, nasa Indian yan. Parang ako, what the heck, saan galing yun? We used to join mga airsoft shooting. At sabi ko, grabe ang ganda ng mga baril nila, ang high-tech, parang yung get-up nila, sobrang camouflage and everything. Tapos at the end of the tourney, or one skirmish, yung mga sobrang high-tech ang setup at saka ganyan, sila pa yung unang namamatay. So sabi niya, wala yan sa pana, nasa Indian yan. Kasi kahit gaano ka high-tech yung gamit mo, kung walang kwenta yung Indian, wala pa rin yan tatamaan, di ba? Pero kung kahit gaano ka pangit naman yung gamit mo, parang example, si John Wick, di ba? Kahit ballpen lang yan, di ba? Kaya niyang pumatay ng 10. Diba? So, ang point nga dyan is, wala yan sa tools. So, whether you're using a student grade, you're using digital, you're going for traditional, it's all in the skill. Yes, you may not be perfect right now. Yung work mo may not be as beautiful as you expect it to be, but don't worry, just finish it and move on so that you can better hone your project or your skill. Pag nag-stuck up ka sa trying to perfect it on the first go, hindi ka makakarating sa finish line. Kumbaga, hindi ka magpo-progress kasi you're stuck.
Nung video editor ako, meron akong mindset na cockpit ko yung video editing station ko. Tapos sabi ko, minsan kasi naglalag yung minsan mababa yung processor, kaya nagka-crash yung hard drive, pero napo-pull off kahit papaano, parang may basic animation napo-pull off ko. Sabi ko, wala sa mobile suit yan, nasa piloto yan. Parang Gundam, diba? Parang,
tama.
Kahit Zaku yun, kung Gundam pilot yung inilagay mo dun sa Zaku,
mamaw pa rin yun.
Gundam machines Parang yun yung kwento natin.
Actually, one of the things that could encourage you then about finish and not perfect is try to look at the existing comics in the market right now and try to look for yung very first release nila and see how they have evolved and how they have progressed. Like, sabi ko nga kay Faye, pinapakita ko sa kanya yung samples, One Punch Man, look how it started. As in, guri-guri lang siya eh. And then, of course, a better artist came in, helped out. A better best artist. Pero you can also look into other materials like ako kasi I like yung rawness ng manga. Yung One Piece, if you look for the episode 1, yung Romance Dawn ng One Piece versus yung kung ano mang million chapter na right na right now. Ang layo
Ganda.
na nung artwork, yung details, pati yung dynamics. Ang laki nung naging evolution nung
Eiichiro
artist,
Oda.
Eiichiro Oda. Even si Ultimate Lodi na Takehiko Inoue when he first made Slam Dunk.
Oo.
Ang layo na from where it is right now. I mean, if
Oo.
you see yung most recent releases niya,
Yeah. Ang layo.
ang mamaw na niya. Pero he
Yeah.
did not start on the most recent release. He started on episode 1. Diba? Which is very, very rough. Very, very raw. There's a lot of works out there. Fairy Tail, Mai. Diba? If you see the first 5 chapters of Mai, compare it to chapter 10 of what we have right now, makikita nyo yung stark contrast in terms of illustration, in terms of story, hindi sa pagbubuhat ng bangko.
Kasi
Pero wala talaga bubuhating bangko mabigat. Kasi it's a growth process. It's not a one-time thing that you're already good at it.
Story-wise, kasi siya po yung writer ng Mai. So, even in the story, mas complexities na ngayon yung Mai. Although, of course, still keeping in mind yung target audience.
Oo.
Pero it started na we are a bit adept with the cultural heritage. Pero, alam mo, mas marami na kaming alam ngayon. Pero mas marami pa rin tayong malalaman even after today. So, it's part of the story of our series, yung growing with the series. Yun nga, again, we go back to the start somewhere, progress somewhere with the skill set that you have right now, and from then, the next episode is better than the last.
So how do you combat procrastination, yung perfectionism?
Saka yung overwhelming na
yung overwhelming na, kunyari, binigyan ka ng project, diba? Nag-sign ka ng deal or ng contract a publisher and binigyan ka na ng deadline na it has to be finished by July.
Sorry, ako ba yung nagbigay ng deadline? Sorry, guys.
How do you cope up with that?
I do have a project na should be finished by July, hopefully, no? Pero very gracious naman tayo with our deadlines, but hopefully talaga yung may ganun na. So what I do is, magmamath tayo kahit ayoko nag-math.
Sa mga nagsasabi na walang silbi ang math sa buhay.
Oo, kahit sa arts may math tayo. Sorry, guys.
Mga math teachers dyan, pakitag niyo mga estudyante niyo. Bagsak.
So what I do is I have a project that is 150 pages long. So, and I'm starting from, halimbawa, January. So, tulungan mo ako sa math. I-breakdown ko na yung 150 pages na yon, how many pages should I do starting from today? Halimbawa, siguro, parang ang computation. Ngayon kasi ang computation ko, at least I'll do 5 sketches a day. Sketch pa lang yon. Tapos another round yung I'll do 5 line art for that day. So, parang naka-budget siya. Ito yung goal ko for the day. Of course, that will also give you the signal na, okay, after the 5 pages, I will rest. Importante yung rest. So, bite-sizing. Hindi yung you always look at the bigger picture. Tapos, nalunod ka na. Hindi. Start somewhere. Even puzzle making kasi may parts daw yan in trying to build the puzzle. Itong section muna bubuin ko. So, you start with that section. Bite-sizing. Yan.
Yep.
And if it's for some of you, if it's a sideline, ito yung ina-advise ko lagi with those who want to create novels but they have a full-time job or they're studying. Sabi ko, allocate 1 or 2 hours instead of doom scrolling, instead of watching TV.
Pero you watching this is actually good for you. Kaya don't skip.
Allocate 1 to 2 hours in your day instead of slacking off. You work on the passion project or your sideline. If you're stuck in traffic, you learn something. Mag-audiobook kayo. Kung nakakahilom bumiyahe ng nagbabasa, you listen to an audiobook or a podcast. Ganon.
You value your time.
You value your time.
In terms of bite-sizing, it's also important to have a good sense of self-reflection. Evaluate mo yung skill mo. How much, kagaya nung kanina, magandang example natin kanina, di ba? Portrait artist na 20 hours. Before you take on new projects, first, can you trim down your hours to 8 hours lang or 6 hours lang to finish one?
I-evaluate mo kung
Diba?
ano yung
kailangan mong improve, ano yung kailangan mong i-trim down, ano yung kailangan mong i-discard sa process mo so that you can trim down yung mo doing it. And then, from there, pagka na-trim down mo siya to 8 hours, let's say for example 8 hours, so that means that that's equivalent to like 1 day mo of work. So if you can do 1 illustration in 1 day, mas madali ang computation mo, di ba? So pagka meron kang 30-page na book na comic book na kailangan gawin, and you can do 1 page in 1 day, then that means you can finish it in 1 month. Mas tangible ka, di ba? Pwede mo pang i-break down further yon. Like for example, kaya mong yung sketch pa lang yon, yung one day. Then another 1 day for inking. Then another 1 day for backgrounding. Diba? So from there, mas madali mong matatansya kung gaano katagal gawin yung isang project para hindi ka ma-overwhelm. Most often than not kasi, it's the overwhelm yung nagkakos sa atin to procrastinate and at the same time to overdo the things that we're doing. Na para, ay nako, mali, ulitin ko, ay medyo tabingin ng konti. Parang palampasin mo na, you only have 8 hours and you have to discipline yourself na pagdating ng ganitong oras, if it's done, it's done. That's it.
The refining process is another process.
Oo, leave that to the next process. Huwag mong piliting tapusin in one sitting. Work with one process flow. Let's say, for example, sketching, sketch everything. And then when you're done sketching, inking. And when you're done inking, coloring or backgrounding. Have a process. And when you're on the next process, huwag mo nang balikan yung previous one. Move on ka na. Diba? Kasi siya nag-move on na rin siya sa'yo. Any other tips on how to help out with getting finished?
Meron akong naisip din na I've read somewhere before that separates the hobbyists from the professional. Is you sit down and do your thing regardless of how you feel. So you'll get things done regardless of how you feel. Well, I'm not saying it's good or crappy. You just get it done. Tapos balikan mo when you feel better. As professionals with deadlines, kami siguro as a hobbyist din, parang kahit sabihin mong hindi ka professional artist or hindi ka professional creative, you try to practice that. Especially if you want to gear towards the professional side. Kasi yung mindset mo and how you manage your feelings is part of how you finish the process. Another helpful tip then is to have an accountability partner checking on you. Kamusta na yung process mo? So kami in the projects that we take in, we always ask the creatives, ano na ang status ng script mo?
More often than not, this is your editor. Kaya nga, it's important to have an editor for your work. Napapansin namin na maraming indie creators. I mean, I appreciate everyone's work on that one. Yung iba, ang ganda ng concept. Makikita mo kaagad when you read the book na wala silang editor. Bakit? Yung flow ng story is not cohesive. So, walang nag-spot nun for them. Walang tumulong sa kanila to tell them na medyo yung progression mo is not getting there. Or, ba't nangyari to?
Parang abrupt na sabi mo.
Parang ang abrupt na parang from here, biglang naging ganyan kaagad. Or pilit yung ending. Yun. So, walang nagbibigay ng ganong feedback. Or yung, teka, hindi consistent yung illustration mo. So, there are those things. And it's important to have an editor to tell you the things that needs to be improved on the work. And you cannot be your own editor.
Actually, ma-alleviate yung burden sa'yo if you think na, ay, may ibang magsaspot nito kung sa palagay ko, hindi ito okay. At least, your accountability partner or editor can tell you na, hindi, actually, that's okay. You're maximizing on the wrong things. So, hindi, okay siya, it works, ganon. Or, when you're stuck, you can ask sounding board, no? I'm stuck with this. Ano bang dapat na ikot nito? Tapos, the editor might throw something.
Yeah. Some ideas, some
will
tips.
Help you move forward, no?
I have a friend. Ganun yung naging case niya na he wanted to write a story. He's been simmering on it. He's been thinking about it for, I think, years na. And then when he came up to me and asked, Arya, do you have any tips on any suggestions on how can I get this and that? Knowing the person, sabi ko, you have to be the writer only. You don't edit your own work. Kasi if you edit your own work, hindi usad yan. Kasi you will always find something wrong with your work. Having an external editor will help you with that decision na minsan kasi yung nakikita mong mali, hindi naman pala talaga mali. Kasi hindi naman siya relevant doon sa entirety of the story.
Irrelevant.
Again, irrelevant siya. So again, it doesn't add value.
Ah.
The point is, does it add value?
Oh, sometimes kasi as the writer looking into our own material, very subjective yung tingin natin sa material. Someone really has to.
And we are our worst critic eh. So we need to have a second pair of eyes to
Minsan
look at it.
self-sabotage na lang.
Yes, so nagiging self-sabotage siya. So you end up not finishing anything. So it's okay to ask for help. So if you feel na you have a project and it's not progressing much, it's not getting any further, then find someone who would be willing to go alongside with you and help you.
Piliin nyo hindi yung ano.
Oo. Piliin nyo kasi there are some people, number one, don't get people that will gagatungan nila yung pagiging perfectionist mo. Parang hindi ka nila talaga binibigyan ng guidance. They're not actually helping you. They're just making you feel good about it. Get someone who will give you hard truth. Okay, someone who will give you a slap on the back when you are slowing down. Yun.
Tsaka someone who's familiar with the craft that you're doing.
Yes, and also familiar with the kind of content or kind of story that you're working on. Parang ang hirap naman kukuha ka ng you're working on a story that has something to do with food, tapos kukuha ka ng kapintero to help you out with that. So parang it doesn't make sense. That's the point. Get a mentor or get someone, an accountability partner who will check on you to make sure that you're progressing on your work. Sila yung mag-check sa'yo, oh, sabi mo, you'll do 1 page per day. So dapat every week may papakita ka sa akin na 5 o 6 na pages, di ba? Of course, put a day of rest. So, yun. So, accountability partner. Next, also is surround yourself with people that can actually empower you. If there are things that are putting you down or making you doubt your skill all the more, cut it off. May kasabihan yan, ha? If something is causing you to sin, cut it off. Diba? Like for example, if following a certain person in your social media makes you not want to do your job or makes you not want to do your craft, then stop following it. Unless following this person actually encourages you and inspires you to do better.
Right.
To try to do more. Pero if it's putting you down, it's making you stop wanting to do what you want to do, then stop following. Kahit gaano ka-talented yung tao na yan. Diba? It's not helping you. Those are some of the small things that you can actually do to help get you to the finish line.
Another thing, if you can, you have a dedicated workspace for what you want to do.
Segregate mo yung working space mo and your resting space. I know some of us have small spaces, like for example, you're renting a 1-bedroom unit. Of course, your bedroom is already your workspace. What you can do about this, put a little bit of a divider between your sleeping space and your working space. Kasi it has a psychological impact on your head. And
embracing
last but not the least, of course, that in how do you get from the perfectionist mode to actually being a professional and finishing your work is having a growth mindset. And part of growth mindset is embracing your imperfections. Diba? And you can evaluate how do you become better at this, or you can navigate. Diba? What do I mean by navigate? How do you use your imperfection to your advantage? Eh, naalala ko, may nakwento ka sa akin when you attended a Graphica Manila event.
Hindi siya Graphica Manila.
Ay, hindi ba?
Oo.
Okay mo, hindi ako nakikinig.
Si Loish. Nagkaroon si Loish.
Sino si Loish?
Si Loish is a digital artist. She's quite popular if you look at Instagram. So I attended one of her talks. Sketchy daw yung niya, yung gawa niya. Yung pala, may reason behind. Kasi pala, may nginig yung kamay niya. So she worked with that imperfection to the point that it became her signature style. I took that inspiration. Parang na-secure din ako kasi mahina yung mata ko eh. I cannot do digital on the other hand. Talagang iiyak yung mata ko at saka manlalabo. So what I did is I embodied yung being a traditional artist. I know, mas magastos. Pero may love din kasi ako with the tactile features of doing traditional work. So I ditched digital na lang. So parang sige, yun yung imperfection ko eh. Mahina yung mata ko. So I'm not gonna do digital. I stuck with traditional. And some people like it naman. Okay.
So yun, it's about growth mindset eh. Not because you're imperfect in some things means you are not wanted. And to be honest, there are people out there that are looking for the kind of style that you are making. I'll give you one really great example is look at the artwork of Manik Sabrera. I mean, it has very minimal to no anatomical structure.
Oo, pero matindi foundations nun.
Oo, pero the point there is it took a lot of like expertise to get to that level din. Alam mo yun, kahit hindi ganun ka anatomically correct yung illustration niya. People love the art style. And when you see this art style, automatic alam mo na
You know
kagad,
it's him.
it's him. Di ba? And when you see yung art style ng One Piece, alam mo na kagad na si Ichiro Oda yun. Pag nakita mo yung art style ng na Slam Dunk, alam mo na kaagad na ay si Takehiko Inoue yan. Yun. And even today, may mga nakaka-recognize na ng art style ni Faye na pag nakita nila tong ganitong style, si Faye, gawa ni Faye Villanueva. So that's where you get your signature drawing or signature illustration. It's not about trying to be as manga as possible or as manhwa as possible or whatever style. It's embracing your imperfection and working, navigating around that imperfection and making it your strength.
That's uniquely you.
Yeah.
That becomes you.
So, so again, just keep releasing it, finish it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Someone out there will love the imperfection in your work. In this generation today, actually, people are more looking into the raw output of their work. They're actually looking for signs of imperfection kasi that gives it more human touch, especially in the world of AI, diba? Kasi AI, alam mo kagad yung imperfection, sobrang AI. So, yun yung hinahanap ngayon kasi that's something that the AI cannot copy yung human imperfection kasi it's always trying to be perfect.
So hopefully may natutunan kayo, and some of the things that we discussed will help you move forward and finish what you have started.
Yes. And before anything further, if you haven't still subscribed to our podcast, please do click. It's somewhere there. Hit subscribe. Please do give us a thumbs up if this podcast had an impact on you or helped you in any way. Please do give us a thumbs up. And do not hesitate to share this with your friends. Lalo na yung tropa mo na bago pa nag-pandemic, sabi niya maglalabas daw siya ng artwork or gagawa daw siya ng comics. Pero hanggang ngayon wala pa rin. I-send mo sa kanya to. Share this to that person.
Check out our schedule of events this February. And if you haven't yet, baka you can grab some of our books and games.
Yeah. Our products, by the way, are available in our Shopee stores. We'll post the link in the description below. And it's available in Shopee, Lazada, TikTok. Our products are also available in various bookstores nationwide in the Philippines and in some schools. If your school has a library and you want our books to be available in your library, tell your school to contact us. Bye-bye.